What if I told you the Harlem Renaissance wasn't just about jazz and poetry, it was about survival, identity, and health? I'm Dr. Michael H. Ford, and I'm standing here in Harlem where a movement began that would change the way the world saw Black life. This is a story you need to hear. In the early 1900s, thousands of Black families fled the South. They were escaping Jim Crow, racial terror, and poverty, searching for safety and opportunity. This migration brought nearly 175,000 Black men, women, and children to Harlem by the 1920s. Here on the streets of Upper Manhattan, they built something extraordinary, the Harlem Renaissance. It wasn't called that at the time. Back then, it was known as the New Negro Movement, a declaration that Black identity would no longer be defined by stereotypes or silence. Harlem became the beating heart of Black America, art, music, politics, literature, and culture all converging in one place. Langston Hughes turned jazz into poetry. Nora Neale Hurston collected stories that preserved the wisdom of Black folk culture. Duke Ellington's orchestra filled the Cotton Club with sounds so powerful they redefined American music. And behind the lights and the glamour, Harlem became a laboratory of Black self-expression, a way of affirming health, dignity, and humanity in a world that denied them daily. But the Renaissance wasn't just about art, it was about survival. Harlem's crowded apartments and poor sanitation led to high rates of tuberculosis, infant mortality, and chronic disease. At one point in the 1920s, Black babies in Harlem died at twice the rate of white babies downtown. That reality fueled the urgency of the movement. Creative expression became a form of medicine, a way to heal minds and spirits while communities fought for healthier lives. Photography by James Van Der Zee captured not poverty but pride. Families in their finest clothes, dignified, radiant, refusing to be defined by struggle. Activists like W.E.B. Du Bois and Marcus Garvey used Harlem as their headquarters to rally for civil rights and Black economic independence. And through art, song, and scholarship, Harlem insisted Black life was not a problem to be solved, but a culture to be celebrated. Yet by the 1930s, the Great Depression struck hard. Jobs disappeared, poverty deepened, and health disparities grew. Still, the legacy of the Harlem Renaissance endured. It laid the foundation for the civil rights movement, inspired Pan-African pride, and shifted global perceptions of Black identity. Today, when we talk about Black health, Harlem reminds us it is not just about hospitals or clinics. It's about culture, dignity, and the conditions that allow community to thrive. The Harlem Renaissance proved that health is not only physical, it's spiritual, it's intellectual, and it's cultural. This wasn't just a renaissance, it was resistance, it was healing, and it was the blueprint for every fight for equity that came after. Healing starts with knowing. Follow for more.